Uh-oh, Prince Harry is not getting the welcome back home in the UK that I think he was hoping for, as a UK politician has just gone on air and called him publicly a treacherous little brat. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye, and oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Now, before we get into it, I do need to explain for my American alternerds out there who this UK politician actually is. Now, to be fair, if you're a fan of Donald Trump, you've probably heard of him, but just in case, the UK politician in question is called Nigel Farage. Now, he's a British politician, served as a member of the European Parliament between 1999 and 2000, so a whopping 21 years. He led the populist Libertarian Party, the United Kingdom Independence Party, otherwise known as UKIP, and he also launched the Brexit Party. Now, in other words, Nigel Farage is someone that is credited as essentially letting Brexit happen, making Brexit happen, which in other words is the UK completely disassociating itself and severing ties with the European Union. So now I've quickly given you a little bit of background about who this UK politician is. Let's get on to the fun stuff because, oh my goodness, Nigel Farage has just launched a brutal 3-word attack against Prince Harry. Now, he was appearing on Sky News Australia, and this is what Nigel Farage had to say.
Harry's at St Paul's Cathedral today. It's 10 years of the Invictus Games. And the King is opening up Buckingham Palace to thousands of people this afternoon who'll be going to one of the royal garden parties, which I've got to tell you are wonderful afternoons.
And as I explained in a previous Daily Nerd, King Charles is like, I don't have the time of day to meet up with you, Hazza. Bog off, because I got more important things to do, which is launching the first of many garden parties at Buckingham Palace for this year. The shade from the King indeed. But yes, let's continue with what Nigel Farage is saying here.
And the King can't meet his son because he's got scheduling issues. Well, I tell you what, that's the King putting down the firmest public marker we've yet seen. You are not welcome, you treacherous little brat.
You are not welcome, you treacherous little brat. This is from a UK politician, guys. My goodness, this is insane. Let's just rewind that. Here we go.
Putting down the firmest public marker we've yet seen. You are not welcome, you treacherous little brat.
Oh my goodness. Took the words right out of my gob. But guys, oh wait. There's more. Because yes, he was at St Paul's Cathedral yesterday and when he got out of the car, this is the welcome that he got, okay? Being slammed in a 3-word brutal attack from a UK politician, a treacherous little brat, right? Oh my goodness. Prince Harry on the steps of St Paul's Cathedral as he's going in for the 10-year anniversary of the Invictus Games gets booed by the public. This is how much he is not welcome in the UK after everything that he has said and done against us and the royal family. Because again, as I've said all the way through, the royal family, for better or for worse, whether you agree with their existence or not, right? They are part of our British identity and culture. So when you are attacking the royal family, you're also attacking our British identity and culture. Now, Meghan can play ignorance to that all day long, I suppose, but Azza definitely can, right, guys? But this is the thing, right? This is not the first time that Nigel Farage has actually gone out on the attack against Prince Hazard. Oh, no. First and foremost, in terms of his recent visa troubles that Hazard's experiencing at the moment, Nigel Farage says trouble could be afoot for Prince Hazard. Speaking on GB News, Farage said that it was clear after his meeting with former President Trump that Trump is not a fan of the Duke of Sussex, saying he's on rare form, he has resilience, unlike anything I've seen in any other human being, describing Trump here. But he says, I tell you what is certain, he's not a fan of Prince Hazard. I wonder what will happen if he's president. I wonder whether there'll be someone having a real look into how Hazard got a US visa, given that he's admitted repeatedly taking illicit substances, right? And then here is another thing that Nigel Farage said against Prince Hazard, this time pretty much last year, guys. Now, if you remember this time last year, Hazard was in court and he was going to take the stand, like the first senior royal to do so in like over 100 years, right, against the Mirror Group newspapers. And here Nigel Farage was saying that Hazard was making a grave mistake, allowing himself to be cross-examined by one of the sharpest-minded barristers in the land. Saying he's putting himself on a personal level in a very dangerous position. Saying he could emerge from these 2 days with a lot of supposition, very little proof, and a personality that is made out to the rest of the world to be even weaker than we thought it was before. And guys, we followed that whole case, right? I reported it extensively on this channel. When Hazard took the stand, I even described it as a bloodbath. Because time after time, the Mirror Group newspaper barrister was like, well, hang on a minute. It was actually reported in another newspaper like a week ago, a couple of days ago. Oh, it was an immense bloodbath. So, yeah, he did actually end up being shown as very, very weak. And, oh my goodness, it goes even further than that. So, this was about 3 years ago. This was at the passing of Prince Philip. And Nigel Farage slammed Hazard and Meghan for showing contempt for Prince Philip with a one-sentence statement on his passing and says British public will not welcome them back even for the funeral. And so this was the statement that Nigel Farage took offence to. And to be fair, I agree with his assessment on this case. So this was on their actual website at the time, in loving memory of His Royal Highness, the Duke of Edinburgh, 1921 to 2021. Thank you for your service. You'll be greatly missed. That's it. No eulogy to say how great of a man he was for the animals and the environment and everything else that he did for this country, being the longest serving consort to the then Queen Elizabeth II. Like, nothing. It's just very, very clinical, very, very cold, right? This is what you'd see in a Hallmark card. Do you know what I mean? There's no emotion, there's no feeling whatsoever. And Nigel Farage said exactly the same thing pretty much in this tweet, saying, for a couple that do public emotion as a career, this third person and one sentence statement shows their contempt for this great man and the monarchy. The British public will not welcome Hazard and Meghan back, even for the funeral. And oh my goodness, guess what? Repeatedly, every single time Hazard has come back, he has not had the welcome that he has wanted because, he was getting booed only yesterday. And Nigel Farage, a UK politician, turning around and calling Prince Hazard a treacherous little brat. Oh my goodness. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alternate Tribe. I'll be honest with you, help us now get to 1 million so we can also get that gold play button right there and hopefully cause a Meghan Markle meltdown on Instagram. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. Also as well, if you've got some very strong opinions about the treacherous little brat, and I bet you do, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters.